Hello, Community Bible Church. It's Pastor Joel. I want to make another video for how to become a mature disciple of Jesus Christ. This is an online series that we've been going through in the last few weeks here. And we're looking at the qualifications specifically for pastors. But as I made the case on every single video, I think this should be true of every single one of us. And today we reach one that is actually significantly longer than all the other qualifications. Most of the other qualifications talk about just one or two words here. Be above reproach, or don't be violent but gentle. A very short things, but today we're going to look at one that's much longer. And let's read it now. In verse 4 it says, "He must manage his own household well, with all dignity, keeping his children submissive. For if someone does not know how to manage his own household, how will he care for God's church?" And so now it says that a mature disciple of Christ needs to be somebody that can manage their own household well. Manage their own household well. Why is this important? Why does he care not just about our own actions, but also our children's actions as well? Well, I think one reason for it is, I don't know about you, but I've certainly seen a lot of people that can look really good on Sundays, right? They can have it all together. They look good. They look polished. Then maybe they might even be the pastor or the worship leader or Sunday school teacher or something like that. But then on the they can look good on Sunday, but if we were to go to their house Monday through Friday, then you might see a completely different story. And I think that this is often why a lot of pastors' kids go wayward, is because they see the image that their parents are trying to portray among Christian people on the weekends and with Christian friends, but then they see a completely different set of people whenever they are at home. And so that causes them to then abandon everything that their parents have taught them, because they're saying, hey, this is clearly just an act. This is clearly just a hypocrite. And then they go wayward. See, it's a lot easier to fake your Christian walk once or twice a week when you're with a big group of other Christians. It's a lot harder to fake that every single day when your children are the ones that are observing you. And so I think this is just incredibly important as we look at what does it look like to be a mature disciple of Jesus Christ, to also look at the family surrounding that person and say, hey, are these people actually following after Jesus? Are they modeling this well? Because they need to be able to manage their household well if they are truly following after Jesus Christ here. And it says that they need to keep the children in submission. And so that means that you need to be able to shepherd them well. Now, that includes discipline, yes, but oftentimes to keep a child in submission, it doesn't just include discipline, it also includes loving correction as well. And so everything that we do with our children are hopefully going to be things that we can also model for other people as well. And so this is why a mature disciple is somebody that has to be able to manage their household well. But you might be in this situation, and we have a lot of people that say, you know what, Pastor, I really tried my hardest with my kids. I had them in church every time the doors were open. We had family devotions. We prayed. We went to Bible school and family vacations that we focused in on the Lord, and missions trips and all of that. And now my child, who's an adult, has walked away from the faith. Does that mean that I wasn't a good Christian? Does that mean that it was all my fault? No, I don't believe that. At a certain point, your child will grow up. And at a certain point, they will have to make their own decisions, just like you have to make your own decisions. You cannot throw every one of your bad decisions on your parents. They might have had some influence, but at a certain point, you have to take responsibility. And the same is true for your children as well. And so for some children, they are going to have to choose to either accept or reject Christ. And they are going to choose to reject him despite the parents' best effort. And so I don't think that we can necessarily look at just the results, but we have to look at the actions that the parents were doing in order to try to shepherd their children. And if they were able to get them to that point to where the child then chose to either accept Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior, believe in him with all their heart, or did they choose to reject him? And I think that the point of this passage is not to say that it's all up to us, but instead say, but we do play a part in it. And we should be trying our hardest to shepherd our family well. And a mature disciple is going to be one that says, I understand that my Christian walk is more than just me. It's also how I treat the people around me and how I point all the people around me to Christ. And that first and foremost starts with our personal family. And then it also extends out from there to our church family as well. And so hopefully it just encourages us to say, let's take this serious, whether it's our spouse, whether it's our kids, whether it's our grandkids or our neighbors' kids, whoever we have influence over, let's point them back to Jesus Christ. God bless.